Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Coffee Shop Soundstage, sponsored by SRS Distribution. My name's Karen Edwards, and we are live at the International Roofing Expo in Las Vegas. And I am thrilled to welcome Mark and Justin from Anchor Products. Welcome. It's great to see you.
Appreciate you having us.
All right, let's introduce yourself to everybody out there and tell us what your role is there at Anchor Products. And why don't you get us started, Mark?
My name is Mark Vargas. I'm with APRS, which is Anchor Products Roof Services. My role for Anchor Products Roof Services is Director of Business Development.
Okay, Justin.
I'm Justin Smith with Anchor Products. I'm our national sales manager.
Excellent. Okay. So, you guys brought show and tell, which I love. Love, love, love. But before we do that, do you know your booth number?
Yeah, our booth number is 1929.
1929. Okay, we'll remember that. We'll remind you at the end of the interview too, because if you're coming out, you're going to want to see this stuff live in person.
Absolutely.
You know, it's great on video, but let's talk about what you're featuring at your booth here at the show.
Yeah, so I mean, our product is attachments for everything on the roof. So what we've brought is our single bolt option for single ply TPO roof, and then we've got a double bolt solution for a PVC roof. The way this system works is it integrates directly into the roof. We work with all the different manufacturers, creates a watertight,
Yeah.
maintenance-free
It's kind
attachment.
of heavy.
It is heavy. Yeah, I mean it's heavy. It's strong.
Yeah.
It's to eliminate your standard practices that you see up on a roof, which is your wood sleepers, your ballast blocks, the flashing details for a pipe support. This is kind of all of that in one.
Yeah.
So it just increases the speed and it reduces the cost of an overall attachment method.
And is this new for this year?
These are not new.
Okay.
These have been around for a while. This is probably our newer. This is our newer version of the single bolt. This just gives you more flexibility by having two bolts.
Right.
The cool thing about this product is it's a bolt sticking up out of the roof. So what you attach to it, your imagination becomes your limit.
I was just gonna ask, what somebody attached to that? You know,
we everything from solar systems that you see to satellite dishes to camera equipment to pipe supports to HVAC units. You name
Yeah, I come from the rooftop support world.
okay.
Early in my career, for most of my career, that's where I lived. So all the systems that we used to non-penetrate systems with, free floating systems,
Yeah.
now all have to for code had to be attached. So we utilize the U anchor to make sure they're in compliance with the code.
Got
And the requirements for
it.
their-
Yes, code changes, and you got to change the way we do
That's
things.
Exactly. Yeah. Code is this big driver. I mean, it's the message that we keep talking to. It's because the code is what's driving all these people to look for solutions. We've got this solution that is right there for them. It's just now about educating everybody that this is available out there.
Right. That's what I was going to ask you. Contractors come to the show because they want to learn and find products that maybe they didn't know about, or maybe to see what's new.
Yeah.
So, how are the conversations going that you're having with contractors? Are they familiar? Or are they like, oh yeah, or like, whoa, wow, this is game changer?
Yeah, I think from my experience and interaction with people, there's a lot of people that are looking for solutions. I think with what Mark has been dealing with on like the contractor side, I think and he can attest to this, is there's a lot of different contractor groups that are looking for ways to differentiate themselves from others in the marketplace. So them knowing about this solution, being educated about knowing when and how to use it
Yeah.
is an edge that they can
Yeah.
use.
And I think in the Division 7 world, people are familiar with the product
Yeah.
because they're familiar with the membranes
Right.
and they're familiar with the manufacturers that all carry this in their warranty
Right.
as well. But outside of that, in Division 23 and Division 16, and even in the fall protection access world, where a roofer's not involved, they're not as familiar, and that's where APRS comes into play. We bridge that gap because this does have to be installed by a certified roofer.
Okay.
And a mechanical contractor is not that. So what
Right.
we do is we reach out to those manufacturers who are warranting the system and get the qualified contractors that we can choose from to to team up with the contractor, the refrigeration and mechanical contractor, to make sure it's installed correctly, and to where that way we're not voiding any warranties.
Yeah, for sure. You do not want to void a warranty, and that can happen if somebody's up there that doesn't know what they're doing.
Right.
Unqualified person just poking a hole in the roof, I don't think it's going to fly with manufacturers.
No, and you work with all the big manufacturers, right?
We do. Yeah, we have a very close relationship with all of them. We work very closely with their technical teams as well as some of their sales teams just to educate, try to keep pushing that message out there. But ultimately, the technical blessings have been received and they understand how it works. So it really is a very clean install and it's a maintenance-free thing. So that's the beauty of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And because of code, it just keeps evolving. Right now, we're FM approved.
Okay.
So in the ACM 7, it's in the wind code. Every time it changes, we have to make sure we're meeting those requirements for those. And any special wind areas or seismic areas, there's not another product that's going to get you in compliance other than the U anchor.
Right. Yeah. You want whatever equipment's on your roof needs to stay on the roof.
That's right.
When big storms come through,
That's right.
strong winds.
That's right.
Those things are heavy. Usually, a lot of the equipment, especially in HVAC, but if the strong enough wind gets under there,
The
it's
heavier
good
they
to go.
are, they're going to be the bigger they are, right? The more surface area they're going to catch the wind, so it becomes a sail.
Yeah.
So anything that's going to, even a gust of 50 to 60 mile per hour, it's going to become airborne, and become airborne debris is going to cause them a lot of damage.
Oh, sure.
Or even could kill somebody if
Right.
it lands on them.
Right.
And we're seeing more extreme weather events in more places too. So
We are.
it's not just your normal starting out on the West Coast seismic attachment and then going to the East Coast or the Southeast Coast, looking at the wind
Yep.
hurricane events there. We're seeing more extreme wind events happening now throughout the central part of the country. So with that code, I think we're going to start to see even more enforcement of the code. I mean,
Right.
the code's there, but it really becomes about who polices it and who educates everybody on how to handle the code. And that's really what we're trying to do is kind of play the long game of education,
Right.
but make sure that people know about it, are doing it right, and handling it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we've seen that elevation from a non-penetrating support or equipment support that was allowed, years ago. The weight of the system could hold it down.
Right.
That's
what
no
people
longer
thought.
acceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That probably went from a wood block to now the U anchor, right?
Yeah.
For years they allowed ballast, counterweighted system to hold the system down, but per code now that's no longer
It's got to
acceptable.
be attached. Wow. Yeah. So, how can, if they're not coming to the show, let's do a booth number reminder again.
It's 1929.
1929. If they're not coming to the show, I always tell everybody go to Roofers Coffee Shop. You guys have a full directory.
Yep.
But how else can they get in touch with you?
Our website is probably the easiest way to get us. That is anchorp.com.
Okay.
You can find product information, contact information, educational information. So that's probably going to be the best place.
All technical
Okay.
data sheets are on the website. It's actually a new website, so I would recommend for
Love
everybody to
that.
see.
AnchorP.com.
AnchorP.com.
New website.
Yep.
Love that. That's always a lot of hard work.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, congrats on that. If you are coming to the show, 1929, you guys, you can see this, feel it, touch it, understand how it works. But you also have probably one of the most unique promotional apparel items in your booth.
Yes.
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 I ran into Shelly on the trade show floor and she said, "You've got to come over to my booth and get a pair of underwear." And
Yes.
I said, "Underwear?"
Yes.
Underneath it all.
Yes.
Underneath it all.
Yeah.
These are boxer briefs.
Yes. This was a late night decision from we'll not say who, but the idea is our attachment is up there on the roof underneath everything that's up there. So
Right.
we are underneath it all. And
It's
so
That's right.
the handout mimics that message.
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you're having a lot of laughs
Oh yeah,
and
it's
a
great.
lot of
It's
interesting
great. Oh, yeah,
conversations.
Great.
Yeah, so definitely 1929. Get yourself some briefs
Yes.
and check out the underneath it all.
Yes.
Anchor products.
Watch out for the year-end calendar or something. Who knows what's next?
Nice. Well, thank you both for being here
Awesome.
today.
Thank you for
This was fantastic.
Appreciate it.
Thank you all for watching. Don't go far because the next interview guest is waiting in the green room and we want to see you on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.
you.